Hi guys, it's August 26th and um sorry my hair is a complete mess. Basically, things are not going well. Still, actually they've gotten worse, if you can believe that. Um Today was just kind of a disaster. So, like I said before, I'm helping out with freshman orientation. Um and I've been getting really extreme lightheadedness and like seeing stars, feeling like I'm gonna pass out kind of thing. Just been really bad. So finally, today I was like, okay, I can't ignore these things any longer. Because the thing is, normally I'm really in denial about my health, and like, even if I am dizzy, I'm like, oh, it's fine, it's no big deal. But this time, it's like, it's so bad. I can't even ignore it. So I went to my health center at my school. First, I called, and it was really awkward because it was a student talking at first, and I was like, "Are you guys open for medical appointments?" And she was like, "No, I don't think so." And then um, she was like, "But let me check." And then I had to talk to someone else. I was like, "Oh yeah, we are. Come in." And she was like, "But what's the problem?" And I was like, "Dizziness." And then after a second, I was like, "Related to an eating disorder?" And she was just like, "Hmm," and like did this really heavy sigh thing. I don't know what that means. Um, and was like, well, do you need security to escort you? And I was like, why would I have security escort me? And then I was like, oh, right, dizziness. Don't want me passing out randomly. But I was like, no, I can just walk over there. And I did, and it was okay. Um, Sorry, I'm using my webcam just because it's kind of easier. So there's like a little bit of a lag, but ignore that if you can. Anywho, continuing with the story. Went to my student health center. I didn't eat before because I had just gotten up and was like, I guess I should call. And then I went right in and didn't eat first. So yeah, that was that. The woman took my vitals. She didn't really know how to do orthostatics. Um, Surprisingly though, the physician's assistant I think has definitely worked with eating disorders before and actually told them to do my orthos, but the woman really didn't know what she was doing, and so she only took them lying and sitting. But just from that, my blood pressure dropped like 20 points, I think, and so it was bad enough that when the physician's assistant came in and saw me, she was like, hospital. Well, I didn't have to go to the hospital, but I went to urgent care to get fluids, and um, she wanted me to get an EKG and also some blood work. It was also the nurse freaked me out. Normally, I feel like nurses are really good at keeping straight faces, and they just want to wait for the doctors to tell you if anything is wrong. But her face after she took my vital signs was and she was like, "Why don't you just lie down?" And I was like, "No, no, no, it's okay. I can sit. I'm all right." And she was like, "No, no, no, lie down." And it just made me kind of uncomfortable. Um, so, and then right after that, I went to the woman who works in my school that's supervising all of orientation. Um, and I just went to the office and was like, I need to talk to you. And there were a couple people in there, and so she shooed them away. Um, and I had talked to her about some things going on briefly before, so she knew that I was not doing exactly that great. And I was just like, I went to the health center. They took my vital signs. My blood pressure is really bad, and she wants me to go to urgent care. And so she was like, okay, well, I'll drive you. It'll be okay. And she was nice about it. And I appreciated it. Um, I was supposed to do a community service activity with my group, my group of new students, but luckily I have a co-leader, so he just ended up doing the activity without me, but with the group, which was fine. I think he's more than capable of leading a group by himself, I think. Like, I felt like he would be okay without me. I was, like, disappointed to miss out because I actually really wanted to go. But it was the, like, a kind of thing, like, we would have been working in a park, which doing that kind of physical activity, considering, like, the way I'm feeling, it's probably a really good thing that I didn't go. But it was unfortunate that that happened. I was there for a few hours at the urgent care place. Yeah, and I still hadn't eaten anything when I got there, and I didn't get out until like 2, so I literally went like at least like 14 hours without eating anything, which is probably didn't help my vital signs. The weird thing was, they took my vital signs there, and they were okay. However, I think the blood pressure cuff they used was really small, and I think may have like messed up the signs a little bit. I was a little bit like orthostatic by pulse though, so they were just like, okay, we'll give you fluids, anyways, like IV fluids. So that's the first time I've actually ever gotten an IV, which is interesting, because I have been hospitalized for my eating disorder before, but I didn't ever have an IV. And I told the woman who put it in, I was like, I have really difficult veins. Like, usually people have issues with it. And she was like, oh, you have a really good one right here, though. But then she put it in, and, like, blood squirted everywhere. Like, literally, it was, like, running down my arm, and it was on her. It was really dramatic. And, like, she was like, it's in, but it's just not going. And she ended up having to take it out and then doing it on the other arm. So, I wasn't lying. My veins are not good. But she did get it to work on the second side, which, like, props to her, because I've been poked, like, I think my record is like 7 times for like 1 blood draw. This was for an IV, but same thing. Yeah. So that was freaky. I still haven't talked to my parents either. Like, they don't even really know that I've been struggling as much as I have. I think they may have some idea, but I so don't look forward to talking to them about this. I will. Like, I mean, I don't really have a choice because they're going to get the insurance bill. It's like urgent care, labs, EKG. I don't really know what else to say. So, I mean, the like same woman who dropped me off picked me up, and then I went back to campus. And fortunately, I had like a few hours where I like didn't have to do anything, so I just napped and took a shower and like hung out, and then it was okay. I did feel better after I got the fluids, but now I'm like kind of back to feeling almost the same as I was before, which is concerning. I know I was talking to the physician's assistant about like my blood work because she was asking if I'd had any labs from recently, and I said, yes, I did. They were okay, except my ferritin was really low. And she was like, okay, then I definitely want to check and see, like, because you might be anemic if you have like no iron stores and you're not eating enough. So it might just be that like my dizziness is, I mean, maybe not just orthostasis, but also a lot related to like, just not getting enough oxygen because my iron is so low, which makes sense. Also, like, just the fact that I'm like pale and look like hell. Yeah. My eye also won't stop twitching, and I don't know what's wrong with it. But I find that really annoying. So, if you hadn't guessed, I'm really exhausted. So, that was today. Thankfully, tomorrow, the only big thing I have to do is like get the students in my orientation group to their registration time, which is 4:30. So I'm gonna have time to go to my health center, and I'm actually gonna check in with my therapist there, and then probably with the physician's assistant again, depending on when they get my lab work in, and then I'm actually also just Skyping with my therapist at home. I didn't plan it like that exactly, it just kind of ended up happening that way. So get some support and see what I need to do from here. I honestly, at this point, I just don't even want them to check my vitals because I don't want to find out that they're bad again and then have to go to urgent care or the emergency room again, because I'm so sick of it and it's just horrible, like being there by myself, just like sitting and being miserable and thinking about how much I'm disappointing my parents and everyone and how much of a screw up I am. And I'm sorry to rant, but that's all that's really on my mind. I'll check in with you guys again soon after, I don't know, I know more, or if I find out if anything else is going on. But that's my sad but true update, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.